Hey there, it is I, the Skeptical Skeptic, back again, only this time 700 times better, because now I've got a swivel chair. Yes. Man, swivel chairs are awesome. Anyway, so my channel is an atheist channel where I talk about things relating to atheism and religion, but this time I thought, I might want to take a break from that just for a bit to talk about some politics stuff, because there's the old saying, everything is politics. And anyway, I just wanted to give some of my thoughts about the race that's going on right now. I'm planning to, I guess before the election's over, I'm planning to make one more video about politics, responding to a video from PragerU, aka the worst political channel ever on YouTube. Seriously, it's so terrible. But right now, I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm just going to be discussing, so I like to stay up to date with the candidates in the race and what their messaging is. So I signed up, basically, to get messages from the Trump team, the Biden team, and the Bernie Sanders team, because Bernie Sanders was the person that I wanted to win the Democratic primary and eventually, become president. But I know he's not currently running, but I signed up to get emails from those three candidates because I think they're very interesting in their differences, and we're just gonna go through some of them. We're just gonna go through some of their messages right now to, try to get a sense of what they're about and how serious they are as candidates. All right, so let's get to it. First of all, stupid thing. Jeez, I hate this iPad. It's so slow. I guess it's really old. But anyway, first we're going to go through the text messages I've been getting from Trump. See, Trump is texting me a lot, and by a lot, I mean a lot, like 3 times a day, sending me a message. Oh, but that's nothing compared to what we might get to later. But anyway, let's look at some of the text messages we've gotten from our good friend Donnie Trump here. Anyway, all right, so, by the way, I was sent like tons of text messages from him, so I'm only going to be going over the ones I picked out. That's right, I got prepared for this, even though it's a live segment. Got some notes here, but anyway. All right, Trump's text messages. All right, congrats! President Trump selected you to be the first ever Trump supporter to receive a 6x match. He will look for your name in 8 hours. Claim now! By the way, I'm emphasizing certain words and saying them really loud because he put them in all caps. Like, seriously, all of his messages to me, there's some words that are just in all caps and so ridiculous. Okay, next message. Eric Trump, my father's concerned you didn't claim your 5x match. Let's crush our goal and beat Sleepy Joe. 4 hours left, donate now. High sellout risk. This is the next one. Last chance to claim your Independence Day 25 discount on our Trump flags. Only 30 left. Claim yours in the next hour. Next one. President Trump. Independence Day is almost here. For the next 3 hours, you can take 30% off all patriotic Trump gear with the code FREEDOM30. Shop now. It's... Alright, so, you see the pattern of these Trump text messages to me? They're advertisements. They're telling me to buy things. They're ads. These are just ads. You'd think at a time, by the way, I started getting these in June, so it's not technically current, but it was at a time when we were still having a lot of problems in the nation, and he was just sending out ads. 80 to 90% of these are just ads. I'll continue. President Trump. Wow! You won the 4th of July 500% match! Michael, only my most patriotic supporters qualify. Valid for 1 hour. Claim now! In all caps again. Yeah, sure, I'm definitely one of your most patriotic supporters for Donald Trump. These are just, on top of that, it's just so ridiculous because, on top of the fact that, certain words are just in all caps. Who writes that like that, first of all? Just an unintelligent person who does not, have a good grasp over language and how to make things stand out, writes like that, with putting certain words in all caps. It's ridiculous. But, on top of that, it's just, there's he's not saying anything in these emails. They're just like they're advertisements. That's what they are. He just wants me to buy shit. Like it's ridiculous. Like the fact that this is what's most important to the Trump team. All right, let's continue on these emails. President Trump, I really want to meet you for a meal soon. Yeah, I'm sure President Trump really wants to meet me personally. I'm unlocking a short-term double entry for you. Donate now to double your odds. Yeah, sure. The President of the United States wants to meet me specifically, because he just knows so much about me, considering I'm such a loyal supporter of Donald Trump. These text messages are ridiculous. They're obviously not from the president. They're not personalized in any way. They're just ads. Like they're advertisements getting me to want to buy something. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that this is what's on the president's mind. I mean, like, it's ridiculous that this is what his team is focusing on. For real. Oh my gosh. Final offer. Only 50 personalized Trump 2020 doormats left. President Trump can only hold yours for 3 more hours. Michael, claim yours now. Next one. President Trump, do you want to join the Trump VIP Club? Offer valid for 1 hour. If you fail to join, there won't be another chance. Claim spot now! By the way, that's not true. I've gotten a bunch of text messages and emails from him since asking me to join the VIP club. So it's like, basically the messaging of the president from his campaign has just become the standard bullshit, nonsense, hoax ads that like companies run to get you to buy stuff that like aren't even, shouldn't even really be that effective, because it's like, you know, oh my gosh, anyway. Next one. You want a free Trump yard sign. Offer expires at midnight. Oh, great. Because if there's anything, like, people need right now, it's a free Trump yard sign. Like, what the fuck? Get the other 19 patriots claim theirs. President Trump's just waiting on you. Get yours now! Next text message. President Trump, my rally speeches are highly confidential. I need your help to... I mean... By the way, like, what's with the emphasis on these words anyway? Like, it just seems like he's randomly emphasizing and capitalizing, like, certain words. It doesn't even make any sense. It also loses all, like, it also kind of loses all power when you just, like, capitalize, like, every third word in your freaking sentence. Like, but anyway, I need your help to prepare for tomorrow, Michael. Please take the rally prep survey now! Oh my gosh. You realize how ridiculous that is, right? He's saying his rally speeches are highly confidential, so he's sending a text out to a random stranger who he obviously doesn't know anything about, because he's saying, I'm one of his most loyal supporters, which couldn't be further from the truth, and asking me to help him prepare. Like, that's not confidential. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. Anyway, next text message. Michael, the President of the United States, chose you to be the first Trump Platinum member ever, and you declined. Last chance! Donate now! Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, right. He chose me, in particular, to be the first ever Platinum Trump member. Like, really? I mean, it honestly, like, are there some people on the planet who actually fall for this stuff? Like, oh, wow, Trump picked me as the first Platinum member. Oh my gosh, I'm so touched. Oh my gosh, he personally knows me. Like, like, do people actually fall for that? Like, I'm sure there are some people who are just stupid enough to fall for that kind of thing, but, like, this obviously, I'm obviously not the first, like, person to be offered a Trump Platinum membership. Like, you know, like, as if I, specifically, for no other reason than the fact that I exist, was randomly chosen to be the first Trump Platinum member. That's ridiculous. Obviously, this was sent out to a bunch of other Trump supporters. Like, not that I am one, but, like, but again, like, these text messages are so stupid. Anyway, for top patriots only, President Trump hand-signed one of our iconic MAGA hats, and he wants you to have it. Donate to win now! Yeah, sure. Who doesn't love a Trump MAGA hat? They're not tacky at all. I love how they look and what they symbolize. Yeah, gotta love MAGA. Gotta love MAGA. Frickin' MAGA, man. So great. President Trump, I really want to meet you, Michael. Really? I'm sure this is President Trump typing this. I'm sure he knows so much about me. Huh. I've never done this before. For 1 hour, you can enter 3 times! Donate and triple your odds. By the way, this is another thing I've noticed about these text messages. Like, they keep... like, they keep using these large percentages, like, increase your chances of doing this by 700% or like 500% or 300%. It's never like, it's always super over the top. It's always like cartoonishly over the top. Like, it's nothing is serious about this person. Nothing is serious about this campaign. Like, if you actually go and study insider information about Trump's campaign, it was a joke from the beginning. Like, he did not expect to win. I want people to understand that. He did not expect to win. Like, it was a publicity stunt. Like, and he won. And he freaking won. Oh my gosh. And he's never stopped being a clown. He's never stopped being a clown since campaigning. Anyway. Oh gosh. Anyway. President Trump, for the first time ever, will send you a limited edition Trump Reagan coin set for free. Only 50 made. Donate and get your free set. Yeah, Trump Reagan coins. Yeah. Two of the worst presidents in American history. I totally want a Trump Reagan coin. Great, anyway. Next message. Confidential, don't share! If it's confidential, why are you sharing it to random people? Like, confidential, don't share! Then shares to, like, every single person on the Sun who gives in their emails to Donald Trump. Like, that's not confidential. President Trump requested your input on some key issues. We'll send you answers to his desk, in 1 hour. Take survey now. Great. Oh, gosh. President Trump. Dems want our country closed forever. No, they don't. What? What? I need your input on my coronavirus response. It was terrible. There. Looking for answers in 1 hour. Survey here. Oh, gosh. Next message. And by the way, I'm skipping a ton of these. Like, again, I went in and saved, like, select messages, but, like, it's not like, I only saved, like, the worst ones. They're all pretty much like this. I only saved the most, like, noteworthy or, like, interesting ones that are representative of all of them. But, like, I've gotten so many of these freaking things. Like, at least three messages a day recently. Anyway. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, continuing. Do you want to meet President Trump? He's hosting an incredible lunch in Texas and wants to see you there as his guest. Flight and hotel covered. Donate to win! Like, wouldn't that be... So he wants to hold a lunch with some of his supporters in Texas. That's what his mind is on right now. Like, he wants to meet in person with people to have lunch with them in a place where it's very easy to contract the coronavirus since you're not wearing a mask when you're eating. Like, does that seem smart in any way? Does that seem intelligent in any way? Like, oh gosh, like, what kind of person would actually do this? What kind of person would actually, like, oh yeah, sure, I'll donate to win. I want to fly to Texas to meet the president with lunch. Like, I wonder if this is just a scam and they don't actually cover your flight and hotel. Because, like, I find it very, I don't know, I find that very, like, unrealistic that, like, this campaign would actually, like, pay for free for a supporter's flight and hotel just for, like, I don't know, it just seems like a scam to me. Maybe that's, but anyway, next friggin' message. President Trump, Biden wants to abolish the American way of life. What the fuck does that even mean? Can you give examples? Can you please give examples about how Biden wants to abolish the American way of life? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Oh, he's just stating things. He's just, oh my gosh. We must defend our country. All donations will now be 6 times matched until midnight. Again, more of that, like, overemphasizing everything. Like, 6 times matched. Like, what does that even mean? All donations must be 6 times matched. You want to increase donations by, like, 600%? Doesn't that seem, like, slightly unrealistic? Like, whatever. Like, we must defend our country. Like, from who? It's not like any other world power poses a major threat to the United States. We have the largest military by far of any other modern nation. Like, the thing that is threatening our country most of all right now is the coronavirus. And you haven't talked about it at all yet in these messages. Not once! Like, oh my gosh, for fuck's sake. Next message. Don Jr. This is from Don Jr. You're one of my father's top supporters. Sure I am. And he chose you for a 5 times match, Michael. This is your chance. Donate now for a 5 times match. High priority. This is your last chance to join the Trump 100 Club. Michael, your invitation expires permanently in 17 minutes. Join now. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, because if there's one thing on the top of my priorities list, it's join the Trump 100 Club. Like, oh I do find it kind of weird how there's this club where only 100 people are able to join, and like still after a bunch of these messages, like enough people haven't joined the Trump 100 club, so he still has to send out messages like that. That's just kind of funny to me. Anyway, next, President Trump, you won. You've been such a loyal supporter that now I signed a photo for you with a personal note, Michael. Claim this photo now. Sure, great. You signed a photo with a personal note for me and me only. Like these, I pity people who actually fall for this shit. Like who actually think, oh yeah, the president cares about me personally. No, he doesn't. Oh my gosh. Next message, President Trump. Our press briefings about the coronavirus are back to fight through the fake news filter. Oh my gosh. I need your immediate input. Survey here. By the way, this is the 22nd. This is the 22nd message I'm going through. And I already cut out a bunch of messages. I only saved a few, like every sixth one. And this is the first one. This is the first one out of like 150 that have been sent to me starting in June. The first one out of like 150 that he's talking about the coronavirus. You know, that incredibly dangerous thing that is threatening the livelihoods and the health of the entire nation right now and should be at the top of everyone's priority list in Washington. 150 fucking messages, and this is the first time we've talked about the coronavirus, and you're not giving any specific information on it. You're just saying, oh, we need to fight back against the fake news filter. Oh my gosh. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking Satan. Ah, jeez. Next. Did you see the photo that President Trump signed for you, Michael? He even included a personal message for you! Only 400 left! Claim now! My throat's gonna be dead by the end of this. Although maybe not. My throat's feeling pretty good. It's been feeling not that great lately. But now it's feeling pretty good. Anyway, next message. President Trump. I signed the 2020 Trump Freedom Hat, and it's now a bestseller! Only 200 remain. We will be sold out in 1 hour! Get your hat now. Again, these are just ads. These are just fucking ads. Like, nothing of substance is being said in any of these. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, next. President Trump. I texted you. My son's texted you. Now I'm texting you. Again! Like, I love how these emails, like, these text messages are just, like, a bunch of them are just, like, hey, come on, I texted you. Why aren't you responding? Why aren't you responding to my text? You need to respond to my text. Why aren't you responding to me? Why are you ignoring me, Michael? It's like Trump and his team are, like, jealous ex-boyfriends who want senpai to notice them. And, like, it's just, it's so ridiculous because it's like, come on, I texted you. Why aren't you responding back? Why aren't you responding back, Michael? Why aren't you responding back? It's like a jealous ex-boyfriend. I mean, seriously, so ridiculous. Oh gosh. Anyway, and it's so overdramatic too. It's like, I texted you. My son's texted you. Now I'm texting you again. Like, 7 hours left. We're short. Will you step up? Donate for a 7 times match. Oh gosh, these are so ridiculous. These are so ridiculous. How is this guy a president? How is this a professional, like, campaign organization that's sending these out? Oh my gosh. I'm 100%... I'm like, almost positive that this is just, like, a troll organization. Like, maybe that's Trump's entire existence. Like, he's not... he's just doing this entire thing for a freaking troll. I don't freaking know. By the way, it's not funny. It's sort of funny. I'm laughing right now, but... It's not funny because it actually impacts the fucking country. So, it's not funny in that way. Anyway. President Trump was so disappointed you didn't... enter to have dinner with him. He asked us to text you again. Oh yeah, I'm sure he personally asked his team to get in contact with me again because he was so disappointed I didn't have dinner with him. Like, what the fuck? Donate in 1 hour and win! Like, again, donate in 1 hour and win! Like, it's just... Oh my gosh. What's with emphasizing these weird parts of the sentence? Like, it doesn't make any sense how... the certain things that, like, is being all caps in these messages. Anyway, next. President Trump extended your end of the month 600% match. He didn't choose randomly. He chose you for a reason, Michael. Sure. Michael, 2 hours left. Donate. Oh my gosh. Shut up. Like, stop sending me so much of these, for crying out loud. Did you see the photo that President Trump signed for you, Michael? Sure, he signed it for me specifically. He even included a personal message for you. Only 32 left. Claim now! Oh my gosh. This is so annoying, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Classified, don't share! President Trump, I signed a photo for you with a personal note. Michael, activate your exclusive link in the next hour and claim. Oh my gosh. Classified, don't share. Then shares it to anyone who the Trump team got an email for. Right, yeah, sure. Like, oh my gosh. Next message. Monday! Join Laura Trump, Mercedes Schlapp, and Katrina Pearson in Salfordsville, PA. Get your tickets here. Like, they can't even say Salfordsville, PA without capitalizing all of it. Like, what? Who designed these messages? Oh my gosh, they're so pathetic. Oh my gosh. This is the President of the United States. Anyway. Next message. The President of the United States signed and personalized a photo for you, Michael. Do you want it? No. You have 1 hour to claim. Act now. To be honest, I might want a photo signed and personalized by him just so I can burn it. Anyway, so this is hilarious, though. This is hilarious. So that last message, talking about, like, you know, do you want it? You have 1 hour to claim. After that message, I sent a message out by mistake to this number because, like, okay, so my message was, Mom, I'm coming home. I meant to send it to my mom, like, because I guess I was going to her house at the time, but I accidentally sent it to the Donald Trump team, and then they responded. They said, thank you. The President Trump appreciates your response. Want to donate to President Trump? Use this link. Text STOP to end. Help for help. Like, they actually responded to me accidentally typing the message, Mom, I'm coming home now. And then they said, thank you. The President appreciates your response. They're not reading this. It's bots. It's computers. It's an automatic message. Oh, they're trying to make it seem like all this is, like, personalized. Oh, it's personalized to me. Sure it is. Sure it fucking is. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so hilarious. Oh my gosh. Anyway, next message. President Trump. Biden picks phony Kamala for VP. He isn't smart enough to see through his lies. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm upping the stakes to win big. 6 times match. Active for 1 hour. Oh my gosh. First of all, you ever notice how, like, Trump, in these messages, and messages I'll get to later, he never talks about substantive things. He never gives substantive reasons for why, like, Kamala is phony and she lies. He never gives actual examples of her lying. He just, like, states authoritatively, oh, she's a liar, oh, she's phony. Not to say that I'm, like, a big fan of Kamala Harris or Joe Biden, but, like, you have to give, if you're attacking a person, you can't just smear them. You have to back up your position. You can't just say phony Kamala, lying Joe Biden. Like, you have to say actual things that, like, they've done that are untruthful. Like, but it's just smears. It's just nothing but fucking smears. Oh my gosh. Anyway, next. Warning! The Dems chose radical Kamala Harris to be Biden's running mate. No, she's not fucking radical. We must send a huge message. Gifts 700. Matched! Donate now! I mean, at least at the bare minimum, the text messages I'm getting now, like, they're about, like, actual things relating to the race and not just asking me to buy stuff. Don't get me wrong, there's certainly a bunch of them still asking me to buy stuff, but at least, like, he's actually talking about the actual fucking race. But anyway, next. Alert! Democrats are trying to rig this election. No, you're trying to rig this election, you dipshit. Like, you're trying to defund the post office so they won't be able to count all the ballots that are sending in. You're trying to rig this fucking election. You're saying you might not accept the results if you lose. Like, talk about hypocrisy. Talk about projection. Oh my gosh. Request your ballot now to vote for President Trump and save this election. Slow Joe and phony Kamala are bad for America. Any reason? You're gonna give any reason? You're just gonna state something authoritatively and just move on? Let's get 1 million signatures from patriots standing with President Trump and VP Pence. Add your name now. Yeah, you're not gonna give any reason. You're not gonna back up any of your fucking positions. You're just gonna say bad for America. Bad. He's a child. He's a fucking child. Oh my gosh. Next message. You hit the jackpot, Michael. President Trump is offering you the chance to win a signed MAGA hat. Claim before midnight. Donate. Win now. Oh gosh, I don't want to sign MAGA hat. Oh my gosh. President Trump, Joe and Kamala are weak on crime. Oh sure. It's not as if they were tough on crime during their early careers. It's not as if Joe Biden signed the fucking crime bill. What the? None of the. He's just stating things. Oh my gosh. The Party of Anarchy. Like, oh my gosh. No. Joe Biden has said multiple times that he does not condone the riots. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? They're just stating things. They're saying, oh, these Democrats, they're in favor of all the riots. No, they're fucking not. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my gosh. I want a list of patriots to donate in the next hour. Donate for a 6 times match. Oh my gosh. Mike Pence, I'm reaching out to you with an urgent request. Mega donors are flooding the left with millions. Yeah, because the left certainly has so many mega donors. It's not that, like, right-wing talking show hosts get, like, funneled millions of dollars into pushing to getting their message out there, while independent left-wing news media outlets are struggling for cash. They have to support themselves with small dollar donations. What the fuck? The left does not have big donors. Bernie Sanders did not take any corporate PAC money. He did not take any money from big donors. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. He's just stating things. And it's things that are completely opposite to what their actual definitions are. The left is not in favor of, like, big business or big dollar donations. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? The Democrats aren't even left-wing. Oh my gosh. For 1 hour to fight back. Next message. President Trump. Tonight's a big deal for Slow Joe. Let's raise $10 million in 10 hours to show him where the real America stands. Oh, sure, the real America. Like, I fucking hate this mentality. Oh, if people disagree with me, if people want to see America go in a different direction, they just hate America. They just hate it. No discussion about, oh, hey, maybe we disagree on things about where America should go. Maybe we don't think America should become a fucking theocracy. Like, oh, yeah, they just hate America. They just hate religion. It's so fucking ridiculous. It's fascism. It's fucking fascism. The idea that people who have a different opinion than you, like, they just hate America. Like, gosh, it's so annoying. Donations, 6 times matched. Act now. Oh my gosh. For 1 day only, President Trump is offering you 30% off your entire purchase at official Trump campaign store. Use code, I'm not going to read this, to shop now. Oh my gosh. Next message. President Trump, I want you at the GOP convention this week. I'm going to display live the names of my best supporters during my presidential acceptance speech for the entire world to see. Spots are extremely limited. We can only add 100 supporters to the official GOP convention live stream donor list today. Contribute now to claim your spot. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Finally, you can show the left just how strong the silent majority really is. The silent majority? The silent majority? The silent majority? Oh, I see. I didn't realize that Trump supporters were the silent majority. Like, do you understand how ridiculous that is? First of all, I live in Pennsylvania, so it's not like I live in a super conservative state, mind you. It's more of a swing state. Like, there's some people who would vote Democrat, some people would vote Republican. I have not seen any signs for Joe Biden at all in, like, the past 6 months or so. I've seen, like, a significant amount of people with, like, Trump signs outside of their house, Trump flags, like, Trump bumper stickers on their car. Like, I've seen a significant amount of Trump memorabilia in a variety of places. Like, probably not on my college campus, because, you know, it's more of a liberal organization. But to say that, like, the Trump supporters are the silent majority, there's nothing fucking silent about them. They're loud, annoying, rude assholes who, like, make sure to show their appreciation for Trump wherever they can. Like, the silent majority? Are you fucking kidding me? I know, like, obviously a bunch of people, first of all, like, the idea that a bunch of people are making this loud ruckus in support of Joe Biden is ridiculous. He barely has any genuine support at all. The only people who would be voting for him are people who would, like, think that, oh, I think he's the lesser of two evils. I think Trump would be worse for the country. That's why they're voting for him. He has no legitimate, like, you know, big, loud support for him in particular. But even like Bernie Sanders. Like, Bernie Sanders was a person who got a lot of legitimate support. Like, a lot of people were really excited for him. And it's really popular online. But I've only seen, like, I think 1 or 2, like, Bernie signs. I've seen way more Trump signs in Pennsylvania than I've seen Bernie signs. Like, the idea that the Trump supporters are the silent ones? Oh, fucking ridiculous. It really is. Anyway, text stop to end. Help for help. I cannot wait to officially accept a Republican nomination for President of the United States on Thursday and see your name. You're my motivation to keep fighting for more years. Yes, I am specifically your motivation. Oh my gosh. This wasn't even texted out by President Trump. Oh my gosh. You're my donate now to have your name broadcast live during the GOP convention. gosh, so fucking ridiculous. President Trump, before my speech Thursday, will you join to fight to save America? Save America from what? From the Democrats? From the Democrats who just want to destroy it? Or the coronavirus and the economic collapse we're going through? You've barely talked about it. All you've done on these emails is just congratulate and jerk yourself off, attack people who don't agree with you as radical socialists and anarchists, and, like, 80% of your messages have just been asking me to buy shit. Like, you're not serious at all. You're not a serious person. Oh my gosh. This is not a serious campaign. Oh my gosh. President Trump, tonight I'll give my presidential acceptance speech in front of the entire nation. Help me prepare. Take the survey in 1 hour. President Trump, Biden and the Dems hate America. Oh my gosh. This is fucking fascism, by the way. This idea that, these people who disagree on the steps our country should take to improve, these persons who don't agree with us and, like, have different ideas, they hate America. That's fucking fascism. You realize that? Oh my gosh. And it's not true. It's not true. It's not fucking true. Oh my gosh. They support Antifa wrecking our cities. No! Joe Biden just gave a speech where he condemned rioting and said it was completely abhorrent to American values. What the fuck are you talking about? This idea that the Democratic Party, the corporate Democratic Party, who Nancy Pelosi, the leader, voted for Trump's military increases, the idea that these are in the pocket of the far left and Antifa, fucking ridiculous. Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. Show them this is our country, not theirs. Again, this idea that these people who disagree with us, they're not American. They hate us. They want America destroyed. That's fascist rhetoric. That's fucking fascist rhetoric. Trump is acting like a fascist right now. His campaign is acting... Oh my gosh. It's so ridiculous. Show them this is country, our country, not theirs. Yeah. Again, he's painting this group of people who disagrees with them and does not like the direction our country is taking as these others, these enemies that we have to fight. These, like, people who just hate America and want to destroy it. It's so ridiculous and disturbing. It's disturbing. It's disturbing that this is the rhetoric of the President of the United States. Like, anyway, final email. Declassified. Biden's deep state cronies just gave him, $364 million. President Trump doesn't have mega donors, but he has you. Claim 8 times match. No! Donald Trump doesn't have big money supporting him? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, gosh. Anyway. So yeah, as you can see, the Trump text messages are a fucking joke. They're just like, again, 80% of them are just getting me to buy stuff. They're just ads, and the others are just making declarative statements about the fact that the Dems are, like, controlled by the far left and Antifa. It's just so ridiculous. Nothing about it was substantive at all. Nothing about the substantive issues and the actual crises facing our country right now that are, like, on par with the Great Depression and the Spanish flu. Like, nothing about that. Nothing about the fact that America is falling apart right now. Under your America, by the way. Not under Biden's America. He's saying, like, the Democrats will destroy America. America is already crumbling to the ground under your presidency. I'm not saying it has everything to do with, like, Trump. Yeah, some factors were out of Trump's control, but, like, you are the leader of the nation, and you're blaming, like, people who are not in power for things that happened when you were in power. Oh, it's so ridiculous. But I mean, those are just text messages, right? What about Trump's emails? Like, surely emails would give him a greater forum to discuss, like, more in depth what his plans are and what his policies are with me. So let's take a look at some of his emails and what was that? What was that? What was that? I don't know. I think I just got an alert for something, but anyway. Anyway. Continuing. Sorry, I don't know about that. But anyway, let's look at some President Trump's emails sent out by his team. Michael, you didn't use your 500% match. The President Trump specifically selected you for this exclusive opportunity, and he was disappointed that you failed to use your offer. But since you've always been such a loyal supporter, I pulled some strings and have been authorized to extend your 500% match. Your 500% match extension is only valid for 2 more hours. Michael, after that it will permanently expire. Please contribute any amount in the next 2 hours, and your gift will be automatically sent to you 500% matched. Weekly Trump Patriot 500% match. Supporters contribute $42 to $252. Yeah, like Bernie Sanders and his team are asking for small dollar donations of like $3 to $5, and you're asking for $252. Again, yet another ad in these emails. Let's see another email from Donald Trump. Can you keep a secret? What I'm about to tell you is not public knowledge, so why are you sending it to a random person? Like, I am hosting a very important event soon, and I've requested that you be my VIP guest. Yes, me specifically. I'm sure you didn't send this out to, like, thousands of other people. You've always been one of my top supporters, so I've decided to do something very special. I've unlocked an exclusive double entry for you, and you only. All you have to do is contribute any amount or more, and you'll automatically be entered twice to win a trip to meet your favorite president. My favorite president, yes. At my upcoming event. This offer is only for you, Michael, so please do not share this. Yeah, sure. Oh my gosh. Please contribute any amount by midnight tonight, and you will be automatically entered twice to win a trip to meet your favorite president. Oh my gosh. Remember, if you win, you will cover your flight, we'll get access to a very nice hotel, we'll get you VIP access, you'll get to bring guests of your choice, and you'll even get to take a photo with me so you can remember it forever. I mean, it annoys me so much that this is what's on the president's mind. Yeah, I want to do a photo op with one of my supporters, rather than actually working hard to, fix the problems of this country that are going on right now. Yeah, photo op with my supporters. Oh, God. Oh, it's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Oh, President Trump is so fucking stupid. Anyway, next email. There are a lot of these, like I said. Michael, I need you right now. We are less than 4 months away from one of the most important elections in the history of this country, and I'm calling on my most loyal supporters like you to step up and help secure Republican victories all across the nation. Despite everything that's been thrown at us, you've proved yourself time and time again to be a valuable resource. No, I haven't. Again, this is a bot. This is a bot sending this out. It's not actually targeted to me. He doesn't know anything about me. Oh my gosh. When it comes to fighting off the nasty lies coming from the left, yeah, because yes, everything that disagrees with you is fake news. Everything that disagrees with you is just lies. I'm not saying there aren't lies, like, coming from Democrats. I'm not saying fake news isn't a thing, but, like, you can't just claim that everything that contradicts what you think is a lie. It's so lazy. I can't imagine winning big in November without you. Really, you can't imagine winning big in November without me, a specific person. Sure, I totally buy that. Which is why I'm inviting you to join the most exclusive group of grassroots supporters and become a Trump team leader. Become a Trump team leader now. As a Trump team leader, you will be considered one of the Republican Party's most important assets heading into November. Sure, me, some random person who doesn't even fucking support you. When the left comes after us, I will be relying on you to be the first line of defense and to set the record straight for millions of Americans all across the country. This group is made up only of my top supporters only, and I can't imagine winning in just 4 short months without you on this team. Yes, your top supporters only. I'm totally a top Trump supporter. Yes, amazing. These emails are so expertly targeted. Like, who the fuck is on Donald Trump's email team? Like, they should be fired. Like, Donald Trump should just say, hey, you're putting out all these ridiculous emails, you're fired. Like, use your signature catchphrase on whoever's sending these out, because they're fucking terrible. Please step up and become a Trump leader today to help your president and all Republicans win a big win on Election Day. Can I count on you, Michael? No. No, you cannot. No, you fucking cannot. Anyway, next email. I think you would be a great fit. Trump Pence. Michael, why haven't you accepted my father's invitation? This is from Trump Jr. to join the official Trump VIP club. Again, it's this kind of thing like, hey, why haven't you responded? It's like, it's like a bitter ex, like, just saying, come on, why aren't you noticing me, senpai? Like, yeah, I want you to notice me. I want you to respond. No, like, for fuck's sake, I'm not responding to you. I'm not giving you anything. The Trump VIP Club is highly exclusive. Invite only one of my father's most trusted supporters. So when he asked me who I thought you should invite to join, I immediately thought of you! You've always been one of the president's most loyal allies, which is why for a short time, when you make the next contribution, you'll automatically reach VIP status and cement your name in history as a member of the Trump VIP Club. Sure, Trump VIP Club. That's so on my list of priorities right now. Yeah, jeez. Anyway, our nation's children. When children are not in school, they are missing more than just time in the classroom. Melania Trump, First Lady of the United States. Michael, our First Lady is right. If schools around the nation choose not to reopen soon, our children will miss so much more than just an education. And the invisible enemy has taken so much from our country, and we cannot allow it to take away our kids' childhood, too. So, you realize why they're talking about the invisible enemy, because you can't point to specific examples of it. You can't point to specific examples of, like, Marxists and anarchists in positions of power in the country. You can't, because they don't exist. So, of course, you're talking about them like they're the invisible enemy, talking about this conspiracy theory, because you can't find solid evidence of it. You can't point to specific examples of, like, domestic terror cells on the left in the United States trying to destroy America. Like, oh, this is so ridiculous. As your president, I will not stand for that. America needs to get back on track. It's important that every American must come together at a time like this to send a unified message that schools must reopen in the fall. I'm calling on you to make a public statement and add your name to stand with your First Lady and the President. The radical left, the Cancel Everything Party. For fuck's sake, the Cancel Everything Party? Oh my gosh. I don't think a lot of people realize how big of a fucking snowflake Donald Trump is. Like, seriously, he threatened to throw people in jail for burning the American flag. You don't think that's an example of cancel culture? You don't think saying, no, you're not allowed to kneel for the national anthem? You don't think that's an example of cancel culture? Arguing that people should be fired from their jobs for kneeling for the American flag? I think I said standing there earlier, but I meant kneeling. You don't think that's an example of cancel culture? Cancel culture exists on the right and the left, and I call it out on both sides because it's fucking ridiculous and, counterproductive. But, like, yeah, the left is the Cancel Everything Party. It's not like there have been so many examples of the right and conservatives trying to censor everything. Like, oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous. They will try to keep our schools closed forever. Have they ever said they're going to keep the schools closed forever? What the fuck are you talking about? He's just stating things. He's a child. Oh my gosh. We need 1 million signatures to show them where real Americans stand. Please add your name. No, I don't care. I want to know who stood with me to fight for our children's futures. My team is sending me a list of every patriot who signs their name by midnight tonight. Hope to see yours. Don't let me down. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Continuing, next email. God, there's so many of these. And again, these emails, like, I deleted a bunch of them. I only saved a select few, like, every other fourth one. Like, it's so ridiculous. Exclusive offer. Michael, we have an exclusive offer just for you. President Trump sent us a list of his top 100 supporters who he wanted to do something special for, and your name was on that list. Sure, I'm one of his top 100 supporters. Yes, for a short time, when you make a contribution of $20, we'll send you a list of our iconic Trump-Pence 2020 yard signs for free. Sure, I totally want those. Make America great again. Oh gosh. This offer is only available to you for 1 hour, Michael. After that, you may never get another chance to receive a free set of yard signs. By the way, I've, like, stopped emphasizing the capitalizations, like, for every other word, because I'm just getting so tired of freaking overpronouncing all of these, because they capitalized all the letters in so many of these words. It's just, I'm just getting tired. My throat's getting freaking tired. But anyway, the official Trump-Pence yard signs. The president really wants you to have our set of limited edition yard signs. By the way, have you noticed that these are no different at all from his text messages? They're just the same thing. Like, some ridiculous smear tactics against his opponents, and asking me to buy shit. Like, it's the same. It's just advertising and clowning around and making fun of other people and smearing them. That's what these messages are. This is what is important to Donald Trump. This is what's important to his team. He's not a serious person. He's not a serious candidate. He should not be in office. Oh my gosh. Next one. Attached. Michael, my father has always said that his favorite part about being president is to meet the great American patriots that fight alongside him every day. Of course, because he's an attention-hungry idiot who is just doing this for attention and praise. He's not actually president because he wants to help the country and because he wants to improve things. It's all for him. It's all for his own ego, to boost his own ego. So, of course, yes, his favorite part about being president is getting to meet the great American patriots so people can suck his dick and tell him how great he is, even though he's terrible in every way imaginable. Like, there are very few things that Trump is actually good on. I'll get to that part later, but let's just continue these emails. that's why he told me his special event is in July 29th in Texas. These are older emails, by the way. It came as no surprise that he wanted you to be a special VIP guest. He even requested that we set aside some time so that you can take an epic photo together. Like, this is language that comes out of the third grader's mouth. Like, oh gosh. I know it sounds too good to be true, but all you have to do is contribute any amount, and you'll automatically be entered to win a trip of a lifetime to meet your favorite president. We're only inviting a select group of my father's best supporters, Michael, so please do not miss out. Gosh, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, there was a point where I deleted a bunch of emails from Trump, so I'm skipping ahead a few months now. Not a few months, I think it's just like a month or two. Anyway, jobs. Breaking, 1.8 million jobs added in July. President Trump is leading the great American comeback. The American economy is rebounding quicker than anyone thought possible thanks to his bold leadership. Just take a look at some of the great news from July. 1.8 million jobs added in July, beating expectations. The unemployment rate dropped again, even more. Manufacturing jobs added. Stock market is near a record high. Morale equals soaring. No, you're not. You're just stating that. Actually, if you look at polls, Americans are more embarrassed of their country and feeling low since the Bush years. Like, no, American morale is not soaring. It's lower than it's ever been. What are you even talking about? Oh my gosh, President Trump built the greatest economy in American history. Sure. Is that why there was a massive bubble that completely popped, sending millions of people into unemployment because you didn't sign an executive order to protect people's jobs, and you gave them pitiful table scraps to support themselves? You realize there's a massive foreclosure and eviction crisis. Like, people are being kicked out of their homes because they can't afford to pay their rent and mortgage. You want to talk about that, President Trump? You want to talk about how there are there's set on pace to be more homelessness than at any time since the Great Depression in the United States? Oh my gosh. You want to talk about that, Mr. President? Oh my gosh. But here's the thing. Donald Trump is just exclusively following his salesman instinct. Like, oh, how can I make things look better? How can I make things look good? There's no self-reflection. It's not actually, okay, here's the problems that lie in America. Here's my solutions to try to fix them. It's always, fucking always. Look at how great I am. Look at how great I'm doing. It's all these other people that are bad. And here are all the reasons where I can twist and deceive and make it seem like I'm actually doing a good job. There's no self-reflection. There's no humility. It's just ego and trying to make it seem like he's a good president. He's not. You're not. Stop trying to sell yourself, Donald Trump, and actually take action. Actually take action to fight against these systemic problems that are plaguing our society. You're not doing that. You're just trying to make it seem like you're the greatest person ever. You're doing so great. America is not doing great. Your America is not doing great. You need to actually take action and admit the very real problems that are going on right now, that are worse than when Obama left, by the way. Much worse. Oh my gosh, he wants to know what real Americans are thinking. Instead of reaching out to every voter, he asks us to reach to his top supporters like you. Your response will represent the views of every patriot in your era. Sure. Please take, if my response represents the views of every patriot in my era, that might be not a good thing for Donald Trump. Please take our quick one-question poll immediately to tell President Trump how you think he's doing. He's doing fucking terrible. So that's my opinion. Anyway, next one, Presidential Task Force. I have tons of these. I don't know if I'm going to get through all these. I got some other stuff to talk about. Michael, the radical Democrats are delusional. They think that they can win this race with their mega donors and coastal elites. But my father will prevail because he has the backing of the only people that matter, the real American patriots. Again, hammering home this fascist idea that, these people who might not agree with you, they're just not real Americans. We can disregard them. We can just abandon them. We can just say that they're the other. They're the enemy. They're not actual Americans because they might have a different opinion than you. Oh my gosh, it's fucking fascism. And by the way, I'm not one of those people who just accuses people of being a Nazi if they have an opinion that I don't disagree with that. But actual historians will say, yes, the Trump era is has some startling similarities to the fucking Nazis. Some startling similarities, really. Just actually study this shit. Like, the Democrats are hosting their anti-Trump convention this week, and they've been attacking my father with the viciousness we've never seen before. Really. We and the American people need to be ready to defend him. My father created the 2020 Presidential Task Force to defend the future of our nation from the Democrats' radical leftist agenda, and is calling on you to step up. Oh, gosh, I don't care. Oh, this is so ridiculous. So he upped the amount of campaign contributions that I'm supposed to give to him from. So the original was $42 to $294. Now he's upping that and saying the minimum amount that he's asking of his supporters is $294. And the maximum amount is $1,750. Sure, yeah, you're like, that sounds realistic. That sounds totally realistic, Donald Trump. Oh my gosh, the Democrats will stop at nothing to defeat my father. They won't. No, that's not true. The Democrats won't stop at nothing. They'll stop at actually, proposing a progressive agenda that will help the American people. They're not going to do that. They're not going to follow Bernie Sanders' plan. They're certainly not going to do that to defeat Trump, even though it's overwhelmingly popular and would absolutely grab the attention and, excitement of their base as well as the majority of American people. They will not stop at nothing. They will certainly stop at some things to defeat Donald Trump. Because it's really not even about defeating Donald Trump to the Democrats and the establishment at large. It's more about maintaining power, not proposing anything radical that will actually help American citizens. But that's a tangent for later down the line. Anyway, they'll lie, cheat, and steal their way to victory unless we stop them. Doing a bit of projection there, Donnie? The president wants to know who came to his defense, not me. So he's asked that I give him a list of all patriots to respond to this email first thing tomorrow morning. I hope your name's on the list. So many freaking emails. Oh, by the way, this is another one similar to the text message. Michael, I emailed you. The vice president emailed you. My son, Don Jr. emailed you. Laura emailed you. Diamond and Silk emailed you. Now I'm emailing you. Again. Like, it's all... it's actually italicized like it's supposed to be dramatic. Like, this is the final day of the corrupt Democratic Convention, and I want to do something huge to make a statement to all the Trump haters out there. I want to raise another $10 million by midnight tonight. I know this is a big goal, and I know there's not much time to get it done, but you've never let me down before. Interesting. And I know you never will. It's going to take every supporter stepping up if we're going to succeed, and I need to know I can count on you, Michael. Oh my gosh. This is just... Anyway, gosh. I don't know, this is going on kind of long. There's a ton more emails left, even though this is, by the way, in the last week. These emails, like, there's over 30 emails that have been sent to me by the Trump team in the last week. 8 of them were... On Thursday, 2 days ago, I'm recording this on Saturday. On Thursday, 2 weeks ago, I got 8 emails from the Donald Trump team. 8. Like, seriously, 2/3 of my email feed is being 2/3 or at least half, like at least half to 2/3 of my email feed is being just taken up with Trump emails. Like, there's so fucking many of them. Like, it's so ridiculous. He's sending so many of them out. It's like, leave me alone. I mean, I know I asked for this, but like, can't you give at least one a day? Like, for crying out loud. People who talk and talk and talk and talk usually really don't have all that much to say. Like, if you're sending out all these emails that are just completely substantive, not actually talking about any real issues at all, like, you're not exactly coming off like the most serious of people. Again, another email. All these Democrats hate you, and they hate me, Michael. Sure. They would like nothing more than to see us fail, which is why it's going to take all hands on deck to make sure that never happens. Yeah, silent majority will reign. Sure, right. Oh my gosh. This is a big night for the Democrats. They brought out all their most radical socialists to attack me and my administration. This is the moment they've been waiting for 4 years. And all I need to know is I can count on you to defend me, Michael. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so fucking many of these. Oh my gosh. And I deleted a bunch of them. There's still so many. Oh my gosh. The radical Democrats are truly delusional. They think they can win this race with their mega donors and coastal elites. Sure, the people who are radical socialists have all these mega donors and elites. Like, you realize this is opposite. You realize, like, leftism, socialism, communism, that's opposed to big money people and elites. Like, this guy, but he doesn't know These people do not know anything about actual political theory, or they don't care. They're just using every freaking smear they have to attack their enemy. Like, and it just comes off so fucking ridiculous. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. You're not saying anything substantive. You're just, oh my gosh. You're just spewing out utter garbage, Donald Trump. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Continuing. Oh my gosh. Continuing. Never ends. Never fucking ends. I've officially launched Trump face coverings. We are united in the effort to defeat the invisible China virus, and many people say that it is patriotic to wear a face covering when you can't socially distance. There's nobody more patriotic than me, your favorite president. I want all my best supporters to have brand new face mask coverings. All you have to do is contribute $20, and my team will send you a beautiful face covering. Just think, now you can keep America safe and make the liberal left cry. Enjoy. So, first of all, it's good that Trump's team is sending out Trump face masks. He was doing a bunch of stuff where he was like downplaying the severity of the coronavirus, which was terrible. But it seems like now he actually is taking it like slightly more seriously and is sending out Trump face masks, which is a good thing, definitely. Like, people should be, his supporters should be wearing masks because, you know, they need to protect themselves and others from the coronavirus. So that's a good thing, obviously. You know, I'm 100% in favor of Trump face masks. And again, it's like, it's sort of an ad, and it's also just smearing the Democrats, and, you know, it's all part of, oh yeah, we'll wear these to make the liberal left cry. I'm pretty sure it's the liberal leftists who have been saying all this time, no, you gotta take this thing more seriously. But, like, you know, it may have a bunch of ridiculous stuff in it, but at least he is actually talking about something that might help people. Like, he's asking me to join the Trump 100 Club and have dinner with him, like, those, and buy a MAGA hat, like, all those are ridiculous and pointless, but, like, at least he's actually selling something that some things that have utility this time. But so this is maybe the first semi-serious email I've gotten over all of these. Like, anyway, oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, another email attacking the Democrats, calling them radical anarchists. Great. Anyway, just going through a bunch of these because there's so fucking many. For your eyes only, confidential speech details. Right, so that's why you're sending it out to a random person. Oh my gosh. Next. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The Democrats are nuts. Really. You're not the person who's absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah, sure. Oh my gosh. Make no mistake, every attack against President Trump is really an attack on you and everything you believe in. No, I mean, I agree. I disagree with a lot of things that corporate Democrats believe, but, you know, I'd say I probably disagree a lot more with the Republicans and with you than I do with the Democrats, so no. Oh my gosh. The fake news media won't report on this. It's just smears. It's just, you're not saying anything. You're not fucking saying anything. You're not even fucking saying anything, you dipshit. Oh my gosh. This guy annoys me so much. So much. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Political war with the radical left, sure. Your name broadcast live, I don't fucking care. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these. There's so many of these. Join the Trump Donor Hall of Fame. No, I don't care. By the way, again, these are all in the past week. These are all in the past week. All of these in the past week. The Democratic Party held the darkest, angriest, gloomiest convention last week. They can't handle the fact that America is rejecting their corrupt candidates. And instead of working harder, they're spewing lies about me to trick the American people. These big government socialists know they can't win. Not when I have you on my team. We defeated them in 2016, and in 70 days we're going to do it again. I doubt that. Honestly, I kind of doubt the fact that Trump's going to win this time. I mean, I guess it was a long shot when he won originally, but I don't know. He's using a terrible strategy. Like, by the way, a lot of people don't like the Democrats, but a lot of people also don't like you, Mr. President. You're dropping it in the polls. Like, you're using a terrible strategy, and it's... Oh my gosh. Yeah, sure, Americans are totally flocking to Donald Trump. You know, I'm sure all the moderates are loving what you're doing right now. Yes, it is totally true. The most important GOP convention of all time is happening right now, and I want it to be the best fundraiser ever. Sure, whatever. Again, demanding ridiculous amounts of money from me. Like, sure, as Americans are losing their homes and losing their jobs right now, you're demanding massive amounts of money from them. Sure. Huge sale. Another huge sale. Again, asking me to buy things. Trump campaign store sales. 30% off everything. Oh my gosh, there's a fucking Trump dog collar. Oh my gosh. Because again, like, do you see, like, Biden and other Democratic candidates, like, advertising, oh, get your official Trump merch. Like, no, because It's all about his ego. It's all about getting his name all out there. It's all about getting people to patriotically fawn over him and wear his merch. It's all about his ego. I don't understand what people, like, actual Trump supporters do not understand about that. Like, if you don't like Biden, sure, but you have to realize, Trump does not give a fuck about anyone except himself. He is so egotistical. Oh my gosh. I've got more of these. My father's speech will be historic. Sure, great. I'm sure his speech will go down in history as the point where, America descended into full-on fascism. Yes. Oh gosh. My father is counting on you. Sure, whatever. Oh my gosh. I'm so annoyed with these. President's speech. Newt Gingrich. We need to obliterate our goal. Michael, you need to remember what I'm about to tell you. Despite what the fake news is saying, Joe Biden is no moderate. Oh, sure. He has embraced full-blown government socialism by adopting the platform of Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. He did not adopt their platform. He made a stupid fucking task force that didn't amount to barely anything. Oh my gosh. He's not a big government socialist. What? It's amazing. And they don't give any examples. They don't give any fucking examples. It's just smears. Oh my gosh. Despite what the fake news is saying, Joe Biden is no moderate. Yeah, if he wins the election, we'll be totally controlled by the left-wing mob that will play him like a fiddle and force him to adopt the un-American values of the radical left. By the way, the left has contributed a lot to America. Like, the left was in favor of labor laws and union laws and, like, shorter, work hours. Like, the left has contributed a lot to American society. It's un-American, my ass. Oh my gosh. Every patriot must step up today. Whatever. Oh gosh, this email is hilarious. Trump boat parades are epic. We are very excited to share with you. While the 2020 convention was taking place this week, so were dozens of Trump boat parades. Trump boat parade supporters are some of the president's fiercest defenders, and he wants you to be a part of it by owning your very own Trump Pence 2020 flag. To celebrate the end of an epic convention, President Donald Trump has authorized us to give you one of these iconic flags for $25. We are only able to offer a limited amount of flags at this price today. Michael, so get yours now before they're gone. What's this fucking obsession with Trump, the Trump team, and voters? Like, and I've seen multiple ads for this. Like, we want to congratulate, gosh, I'm falling over myself speaking. We want to congratulate, I said it again. We want to congratulate all the Trump voters that were out there showing their support. Like, what's your obsession with the fucking voters? Oh my gosh. So ridiculous. Oh my gosh. We're finally getting to the end of these emails. Oh my gosh. More ads. Exclusive 700% match. Oh my gosh. Gold Crush. Mike Pence. God, I hate Mike Pence. Next. Jim Crow Joe. Oh yeah, sure. Jim Crow Joe. Yeah, you're talking about someone who, you've multiple times claimed that, Joe Biden's a radical socialist, he is in favor of anarchy, and now you're claiming that he wants to, that he's someone who, is in favor of being tough on crime and locking everyone out, and locking, black Americans up, which is true, by the way. He was a tough on crime person, during his career, but, you can't call him Jim Crow Joe and then also say that, he's too far left, he's radical, he wants, Black America and Antifa to take over. It's ridiculous. Anyway, Trump finance urgent, end of the month's donor file. Supporter, Michael Thomas Chiango. End of month gift, missing. Ooh, still missing. Interesting. It's almost as if I don't want to contribute to you. So stop sending me all these fucking emails. So ridiculous. We need to crush our goal. Oh my gosh. 2 emails were sent out to me. They were the exact same emails in the same day. 2 the exact same emails sent out in the same day. Who is Donald Trump's email manager? Who decides to send these out? It's so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Trump campaign, cast your votes. Trump Diamond Card membership program. Oh my gosh, it's more fucking ads. Oh my gosh. Exciting news. Brand new official 2020 Make America Great Again pint glasses. Stop advertising stuff. This is not a serious campaign. You're just advertising to me. You're not saying anything of substance. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so heated right now. Yes, Trump Trump pint wine glasses. So important. Something you should be focusing on your messaging to your supporters. Not any of the substantive issues. Just selling shit. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they may have Silicon Valley and Hollywood elites, but I've got something better. I have you. It's the mob, the media, the Hollywood elites, the deep state, the swamp, versus you. Let them remind you that America is not for sale. This is your country, not theirs. By the way, have you ever noticed how when Trump talks and, during these emails as well, like, he just kind of goes on a temper tantrum? Like he said, it's the mob, the media, the Hollywood elites, the deep state, and the swamp versus you. Like, you realize he's just saying, he's just saying things that are, like, he sees as bad, and then saying, oh, look at all these things, look at all these things. Like, seriously, it's the rhetoric of a petulant child. Like, oh, yeah, it's the mob, it's the media, the Hollywood elites, the deep state, the swamp, they're mean, they're bad. It's nothing about it is intelligent. It blows my mind that there are actually people in this country who think that like, Trump is this big, super intelligent, like, 4D chess master. Like, oh, he's so intelligent, like, he's playing everyone so good. Like, he has the mental acuity of a 4th grader. Oh my gosh. Continuing. Yeah, like I said, I got 8 emails from the Trump team on Thursday. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. President's epic speech. Oh gosh. Breaking, Joe and Kamala raised. By the way, I'm skipping some of these. Like, even after I deleted a bunch of them, I have to skip some of them because they're so ridiculous. I need your help right now, Michael. Liberal megadonors maxed out contributions to Sleepy Joe and phoning Kamala Harris last week. They brought in $364 million in August alone. I'll never be intimidated by these radical socialists and their dirty megadonor money. Like, you realize that's a contradiction. Unless you're talking about socialism for the rich, which, by the way, you are in favor of, because during the coronavirus, you basically printed money to give giant giveaways to the stock market and wealthy corporations. Like, you realize the wealthy corporations, they are making bank during this pandemic, while ordinary people are struggling immensely. Income inequality has never been higher. Like, if you're talking about socialism, like, there definitely is socialism going on in this country, but not for the working class, not for the lower class. Yeah, but sure, I'm sure the mega donor money is super interested in having everyone, is super interested in communism and radical socialism and having everyone make the same amount of money. Sure, yeah. The liberals are funneling money to their candidates at an alarming rate to try and take us down. They think they can intimidate us with their maxed out contributions in the hope that they can buy their way into the White House. They couldn't be more wrong. They may have Silicon Valley and Hollywood elites, but I've got something better. I have you. By the way, oh my gosh. This is the final email. It's the final fucking email. Trump Finance, we need you. We just went over the list of supporters to help us crush our 30 million end of August a month goal. And we noticed that your name was missing from the donor list. Like, stop capitalizing every third word, for crying out loud. You've always been a steadfast supporter of President Trump and Vice President Pence, so we were surprised to see that you neglected to help us reach our goal. No, I have not. I fucking hate you, Trump. President Trump really needs you to step up, so he asked us to extend our personal 700% match offer one more time. Gosh, I'm so ready to be done with these emails. My throat is hurting so much from all these capitalizations. This offer is available for you for 1 hour, so don't wait. Please contribute any amount. Whatever. Again, more outrageously large amounts of donor money that he wants me to contribute. Yeah, I'm sure the people who are living paycheck to paycheck can totally afford all this money that you're asking for them. Yes, you are so in favor of, like, you're so looking out for the little guy, Trump. I so buy that. Sure, yes, sure. Anyway, that's the end of fucking Trump emails. There's so many of them. But anyway, that was President Trump. So, as we can clearly tell from his emails and his text messages and just messages in general and how he's been acting, he's not a serious person at all. He's fucking terrible. Like, and by the way, it's not just him acting ridiculous that I take issue with. Like, there's so many things that are bad about him. Like, just to name a few things, like, first of all, his tax plan was basically a Republican wet dream. It was an extension of the Bush tax cuts and pretty much benefits overwhelmingly, like, the rich and powerful in the United States. He got funding for pretty much every single government program except the military. Like, millions of people lost their health insurance due to his efforts to destroy Obamacare, and he put the economy in a massive bubble that was just ripe to burst during the pandemic. And to top it all off, 180,000 people have lost their lives from the coronavirus, and he spent so much time downplaying it, the severity of it. He's not a good president. He's not a good president at all. There are substantive things that he has been terrible on. He has been one of the worst presidents in American history, like on par with President Bush. Like, it's not just him acting ridiculous, but him acting ridiculous is just such a indication, like, of the fact that he's just not serious in any way possible. But yeah, Trump is absolutely fucking terrible. Like, I kind of like think like, I wonder what's gonna happen. Am I still gonna be getting emails from the Trump team, like, if and when he loses the election, like, if he does lose? I wonder if I'm still going to be getting emails from them. I wonder if it's going to be like, oh, no, this election was rigged. I'm really still the president. You need to support me in plotting a coup against the United States of America, Michael. Like, I wonder if I'm going to be getting those emails after his, like, if he is, if he loses the race, which, hopefully he does. But, I mean, obviously, if President Trump isn't going to be president in the next 2 or 3 months, like, if he isn't going to be president soon, then he obviously has to be replaced with someone who should be far better than President Trump. So who is this, great savior who is going to, save America from President Donald Trump? Who's going to be this big, strong, progressive fighter for change that's going to defeat the neo-fascism and the religious fundamentalism that are basically taking over the Republican Party and the United States? Who's going to be our savior from this terrible authoritarian idiot? Well, you gotta get ready for the greatness of Joe Biden. See, I signed up to get some messages from Joe Biden as well. So I saved, I think it's about 18 of his text messages that I got. Thankfully, it's a lot less. I'm getting a lot less text messages from Joe Biden each day. I'm getting about one a day, which is, I'd say, acceptable, I guess, although it is still kind of much. But, like, I signed up to get messages from Joe Biden's team to see how he's doing, what his strategy is for helping America and defeating Trump. So let's just go through them. Let's just go through Biden HQ messages. So let's start. Biden HQ, we wanted you to see what President Obama said last month. Whether we win or lose depends on us, on the work we put in, and the belief that we can make real change at the ballot box. Part of that work includes coming together to hit fundraising goals like the one at the end of this month. We're relying on help from donors in your town. If you're able, donate $5 here today. So, okay, it's certainly a less ridiculous and silly message than the messages that are coming from Donald Trump. But, yeah, it's just asking me to contribute. Again, $5, much more reasonable amount than $2,000, which was honestly, like, the big amount that Donald Trump was asking me in the emails. Like, again, a more serious email. But, looking okay so far, nothing of note. But let's see the next email. You won't want to miss this, Michael. Joe and President Obama recently met up to chat in person. Since you're one of his top supporters, we wanted to make sure you saw it. Don't miss a minute of 44 and 46's in-person chat. Watch the full video. Interesting. Also, by the way, another thing, they're not capitalizing like every third word, which is so great because, oh my gosh, that was such a strain on my throat. Like, my throat was feeling great, better than it has in, like, days when I started this video. Oh, it's so mangled now. Anyway, continuing. Let's see if we can spot a pattern in these text messages from the Biden team. Barack Obama emailed you. By the way, I'm kind of far away. I guess I should scoot up. But Barack Obama emailed you. Did you? By the way, didn't. I'm not getting emails from the Biden team. Even though I gave in my email address, they're not emailing me. I don't know if something's going wrong with that. I don't know, but I gave in my email, so he didn't email me. But anyway, did you see what he said? I'm humbly asking you, will you do just a little bit more today and pitch in 10% to help Joe Biden win the most important election of our lifetime? Joe's end of the month deadline's on Friday, and we're counting on supporters like you to make sure we hit the 8 million goal. Answer President Obama's call to action and chip in $10 today. So, seeming a little bit more humble than Donald Trump's emails, asking for more small dollar donations, asking nicely, hey, can you help out? Please, we care about Americans like you. But are you starting to see a pattern here? He said, answer President Obama's call to action. Next text message. Do you want to spend some time with Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren? They are hosting a grassroots fund. By the way, fucking snake. Just had to get that out of the way. They are hosting a grassroots fundraiser on Friday, and you're invited. All you need to do is chip in any amount on this donation page, and we'll send a link in the fundraiser. That's it. Buy a ticket for any amount here. Okay, so this next one, it was kind of a bit of an ad asking me to, buy something. But I guess it's, I don't know, I guess it's more reasonable, I guess. At least, at least 80% of these are not just ads getting me to buy something. But anyway, next message. Elizabeth Warren here. My grassroots fundraiser with Joe is tomorrow, and I can't wait. Are you joining us? I would love a chance to sit down with you and Joe to talk about how we're going to beat Trump and the Republicans up and down the ballot. It's not too late to get your ticket. Chip in anything you can here. Interesting. So, these past 5 text messages have all had the main theme of, hey, look at how President Obama likes this person. Look at how President Obama likes Joe Biden. Look, you remember how Joe Biden was President Obama's running mate? I mean, not running mate, his vice president. Remember President Obama? Wasn't everything so great when we were under President Obama? Look, President Obama. President Obama. Again, President Obama. The Biden campaign is basically just a third term of Obama. That's what it is. He's not offering anything of substance. He's just saying, hey, weren't things less crazy under Obama? Let's go back to that. And of course, you got to get Elizabeth Warren in there saying, hey, look at how this person supported me. Vote for me. Yeah. Next, wondering who Joe Biden is going to pick as his running mate? If you haven't already, sign up to be on the list of people to find out who she is. Noticing another pattern in this? Let's continue. Next message. People will be casting ballots in less than 6 weeks, Michael. That is not a lot of time to raise the money we need. To defeat Donald Trump, we need to build the most sophisticated campaign this country has ever seen. We need to register thousands of new voters, run ads, and persuade more people to join our campaign. And this effort will be expensive. Joe is relying on you to step up and donate today to make sure we have the resources we need. Chip in $10 today. By the way, first of all, these text messages, they don't seem like they were written by a 4th grader, so I gotta give props to the Biden team on that. They actually look somewhat professional, and like they were written by someone with a brain. I mean, that's a pretty low bar to hit, but at least they're much easier to read than those terrible fucking Trump messages. But anyway, continuing. Let's see if we can spot a pattern with these. Don't miss your chance to meet Joe Biden's running mate, Michael. We're hosting a grassroots fundraiser with her once she's announced. So top supporters like you can have the first chance to hear directly from her. By the way, again, this isn't a personal thing. I'm not a top supporter of Joe Biden at all. But again, we care so deeply about you specifically. Like, these are just bots sending this out. Reserve our spot today by chipping in a few bucks to help elect her, Joe, and Democrats today. Next one. President Obama, Secretary Clinton, Senator Sanders, and so many others have endorsed Joe. But we still haven't heard from you, Michael. With only 8 days until the convention, there couldn't be a more important time to add your name to the list of Democrats. Make your endorsement today. So again, this whole thing of, hey, look at these people who support me. Don't you want to vote for me now? You're not giving any specific reason whatsoever why we should vote for you except for Trump. You have not talked at all about the substantive political issues in these text messages. You've only said, hey, I'm not Trump, and look at all these other guys who support me. Don't you want to support me too? It's nothing. It's empty, vacuous nonsense. It seems more professional than, the emails that are being sent out by Trump, which, yeah, they are. The presidents from, did I just say the presidents that were being sent out by Trump? I don't know. But, the emails that were being sent out by Trump are just so fucking ridiculous, so this looks like kind of normal and good compared to it, but you're not saying anything. You're just saying, hey, look at all these people who supported me. Don't you want to support me too? Look, I'm not Trump. Support me. You're not giving any reason why we should vote for you. You're just saying, hey, I'm Obama again. Michael, you want to chat with Joe and Kamala? We're picking 3 lucky supporters to do a meet and greet after tonight's grassroots fundraiser. All you have to do is chip in any amount and you'll automatically be entered to win a spot to join their special call tonight. By the way, these messages, they're not giving any urgency whatsoever. They're not giving any urgency whatsoever. They're not giving a person any reason why they should actually vote for Joe Biden outside of Donald Trump. You're just saying Trump bad and hey, vote for me. But why should we vote for you, dude? Oh my gosh. Next message. Are you watching, Michael? The Democratic Convention kicks off tonight at 9 p.m. Senator Bernie Sanders, Michelle Obama, and so many others will be showing their support for the Biden-Harris ticket. So they've got a major goal of raising $25 million by the end of the convention. Will you tune in tonight and chip in $12 to help elect Joe and Kamala right now? No, not giving you my fucking money, man. I gave money to Bernie Sanders. I gave money to different progressive politicians running for office. I'm not giving it to you. It's not gonna happen. Hey, Michael, it's Joe Biden. Will you join Tom Hanks and me tomorrow? Oh my god. I don't even know who Tom Hanks is, by the way. I've heard his name, but I don't even know who he is. But again, it's just the whole thing of, hey, look at this person who supports me, Michael. Don't you want to vote for me? But no, you can't just say, hey, look at this person who supports me. Like, you have to give people an actual reason why they should vote for you, and you're not doing that. You're just saying, hey, look at this celebrity who endorsed me. Look, they love me. Don't you want to support me too? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Tom Hanks. I would love to join you and Tom fucking Hanks tomorrow. We're hosting a fundraiser at 1:30 p.m. and I would love the chance to sit down with you and Tom to talk about how we're going to beat Trump and the Republicans. Chip in any amount to reserve your ticket. John Kerry here. I'm speaking at the Democratic Convention tonight. Before then, I have an important thing to ask of you. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be a powerful force in uniting our country and getting us back on track. Sure, I'm sure Joe Biden will ease racial tensions when the fact that he was a supporter of the crime bill. Not only that, but he wrote it. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous that there are people who actually think that, oh yeah, Joe Biden will get the country on the right track. This person who is not like. This person who is not putting, like, any proponents of... This person who is not proposing, like, any ideas of actual radical change to improve our country and make it so that, like, you know, stuff like this, that's what's happening in the country right now, will not happen again. Sure, he'll be the person to unite all of, America. Get over yourself. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, next. If you're able to make a $12 contribution to my campaign before I begin my speech tonight, let's win this thing. Next message. Did you see Barack Obama's email? Can't help but notice you're focusing so much on Barack Obama and not on yourself at all. Like, Michael, if you're ready to reject the politics of cynicism and resume the hard work of building a more just, more generous, more democratic America, then I need you to chip in $10 or more, where you can help elect Joe Biden in November. But why, though? You're not giving me a reason why I should vote for you. You're just saying, I will get America back on track. I will heal the wounds of the nation. I'm not Trump. Why should I vote for you? What the fuck are you gonna do, man? What policies are you gonna implement? You're not saying any of that. Oh my gosh. You've said nothing of substance. All of these text messages. And again, there are more text messages. I've deleted a bunch of them and just saved a select few. Like, but you're not saying anything of substance, man. Oh my gosh. We've set a 25 million goal. We're counting on supporters like you to help hit it before the convention ends tomorrow. Will you accept President Obama's call to action? Chip in $10 today? No. Next one. It's Joe. Tonight I will accept the Democratic nomination for president. Before I give my acceptance speech, can I count on you to chip in $10 so that when I walk off that stage, Kamala and I will get to work gearing up for November? But why should we support you? Why should we support you? What are your policies that you're actually going to fight for as president? You're not saying anything. You're not saying fucking anything. Oh my gosh. Michael, did you see Michelle Obama's speech last night? Hammering home the Obamas. Hey, I'm a third term of Obama. Vote for me. Like, as if everything was just peachy keen when Obama was in president. Now, obviously, President Obama was a much better president than Donald Trump is. But, I mean, is that really, like, the base limit you're going to judge by? Like, a lot of things were still really bad under Obama. He did not institute any actual structural change to the system to make it so that, like, there weren't giant disasters in the future. Like, Obama, he was a very mixed bag in terms of how he how he was as a leader, but, like, obviously he was better than Trump. But, like, this idea that, oh, we just need to return back to the days of Obama. No, the days of Obama led to Trump. Like, that, in times where everything is just going great, that doesn't happen. You don't elect a right-wing, you don't elect a crazy, insane Republican right-wing demagogue in times where everything is going peachy keen. not everything was going peachy keen in the times of Obama's presidency. Like that's not a thing that was happening. Like there were major systemic problems in the United States that Obama did not address, and you're not addressing them either. Like they don't get it. They don't fucking get it. Like their whole strategy is just return to the days of Obama. Obama third term. Yeah, sure. No, I prefer an extension, something new, something different, something to make it so that something like this does not happen again. Oh my gosh. We had a ground well of support for Joe and Kamala around the Democratic convention, and it's now up to supporters like you to keep it up the momentum. If you're able, donate $12 now. Next one. Michael, it's Pete Buttigieg. Yes, Mayor Pete. Tonight, VP Pence will speak at the RNC. You and I both know that the Trump-Pence administration has been a moral and policy disaster for our country. I mean, yeah, it has, but like, you're doing such a great job fighting it. You did such a great job getting a neoliberal corporatist, corrupt Hillary Clinton to run for office against Donald Trump and lose, like, because the Democrats, they're not at all responsible for Trump getting into office. They're not at all responsible for their failures that have allowed an idiot fascist like Trump getting into office. Yeah, because it's not like if they were actually running successful campaigns and helping out the American people. Like, I'm sure if they were doing that, then, like, we would not have a President Trump. Like, if the DNC and the Democratic Party was actually competent and actually looking out for the American people, we would not have a President Donald Trump. The Democrats are responsible for this guy. They are partly responsible for this guy. Oh my gosh. But over the last 69 days, we can do something to end it. I know it's been a tough time to contribute, but if you can pinch in a few bucks, it'll go a long way in electing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris this year. Please donate $12 now before Trump VP Pence speaks. Final email, Biden HQ. Michael, you won't want to miss this. Joe and Kamala recently met up to chat about their plans to lead the country with honesty, integrity, and compassion. You're one of our top supporters, and we wanted to make sure you saw it. Don't miss a minute of Joe and Biden's socially distanced chat. Again, leading the country with honesty, integrity, and compassion, saying nothing of substance whatsoever. What do you stand for, Biden? What do you stand for? Really? What does Biden stand for? Nothing. He doesn't stand for anything. His entire campaign is, I'm a third term of President Barack Obama, and I'm not Trump. And I'm like a more serious, like, moral candidate, even though you have, like, rape charges against you, by the way, just like President Trump. Like, it really is so funny, because, like, when you look at Bernie Sanders' message, it was like, not me, us. Donald Trump's message seems to be, not us, me. And Joe Biden's message seems to be, not me, Barack Obama. And also the Democratic establishment. Like, it's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but now, you see, now it's time to get to, the legend himself, America's dad, as Kyle Kulinski would say. Bernie Sanders. Let's see, because, you know, like, we may be saying, you know, oh, sure, well, Joe Biden might not be the best candidate ever, but, like, what choice did we have? We gotta be Trump. Like, there was no other candidate that could have been a much better choice than Joe Biden. He was all we had. He was the most serious candidate. He was the most electable candidate. Let's have an email from Bernie Sanders, shall we? And see how he chooses to communicate with his base and his supporters. Let's check it out. Let's just read one of these. So this is the first email I ever got from Bernie Sanders. I'm asking you to split a $6 contribution between 5 excellent candidates for Congress in our campaign. Many of them have primaries coming up soon and need your support, so please chip in if you can. Bernie. Michael Chiango. Our campaign for president was never simply about winning the White House and defeating the most dangerous president in modern American history. It was about building an unprecedented grassroots movement to create an economy and a government that works for all of our people, not just those at the top. As our country is in the midst of a series of crises, it's never been more important to continue our fight for the progress and elect candidates who are committed to the struggle for justice. Today, I am asking you to do something important as part of that effort. There are 5 great progressive candidates for Congress who need our support, and some of them have primaries coming very soon. Can I count on you to add a contribution to their campaigns? If you can afford to, please split a $6 contribution between 5 progressive candidates for Congress and for our campaign. Whether you're familiar with these candidates already or you're hearing about them for the first time, I hope you'll keep reading to learn little bit about why it's so important to have them in Congress. Rashida Tlaib has been a strong supporter of our movement in Congress as well as during our campaign for president. She has stood up to the ugliness of the Trump administration, and she's taken on the greed and corruption of the economic establishment. As a fearless leader in the struggle for justice, we must keep her fighting for a strong progressive agenda in Congress. If we come together, we will ensure she continues to represent Michigan's 13th district. Julie Oliver worked for 15 years in the healthcare finance world and saw firsthand how healthcare companies prioritize their bottom line over people. She understands that we need a Medicare for all single-payer system. She has also refused to take any PAC money and fund her campaign. She knows that we must fight to overhaul our campaign finance system. Electing Julie to Congress in Texas's 25th district will be a huge victory for our movement. Cori Bush emerged as a leader while working on the front lines of the Ferguson movement as a protester, clergy member, medic, and victim of police assault. Now she is running in Missouri's 1st congressional district to continue fighting for justice. Having experienced the burden of student and medical debt and living paycheck to paycheck, Cori is someone who we can trust to stand with working people and take on the corporate elite of this country. Paula Jean Swearingen, I think that's how you pronounce it, is running for U.S. Senate in West Virginia. As the daughter and granddaughter of coal miners, she understands deeply the desperate situation so many West Virginia families find themselves in. She will lead the charge for clean water and good-paying jobs for all. If elected, she will be a senator who stands up to the political and economic establishment and will work tirelessly to ensure the people of Appalachia are treated with dignity. Mike Siegel is a civil rights lawyer and a former public school teacher who is running a people-powered campaign in Texas's 10th congressional district. As a district attorney in Austin, he has fought on behalf of immigrant families and low-income renters. From his time in the classroom and on the courtroom, Mike has been an advocate for our most vulnerable. In his campaign for Congress, he is rejecting corporate PACs because he knows that large corporations use their money to try and influence candidates in their elections. Here's the truth. When we talk about a political revolution, we are talking about electing candidates on all levels of government who will take on the billionaire class and put the working people first. That is exactly what these candidates will do, and that is exactly why I am asking you directly. Please contribute $6 to 5 progressives running for Congress and our campaign. Together we must elect a Congress that stands with working people, not the corporate elite. Together we will make a big difference for these campaigns. Thank you for adding a contribution if you can afford it. In solidarity, Bernie Sanders. Paid for by the friends of Bernie Sanders, not the billionaires. We could have had this guy as president. We could have. Someone who actually cares about the actual issues, someone who actually focuses on the actual issues, someone who says substantive things, someone who it isn't just about him. It's, hold on, I'm not done yet.
Well, you have to be done in like 2 seconds, okay?
Okay, could you just give me like 10 more minutes?
No, buddy, we have food in the car melting. I gotta get, no, Aaron has to go to work.
Come on, please, 10 minutes. Please, I just need to finish this.
5 minutes.
Fine. Jeez. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Dang it. But again, by the way, for these Bernie emails, I've gotten, I'm getting one, like, about one a week. So, again, unlike President Trump and unlike Joe Biden, I'm not getting one, like, every hour or every day. Because these emails are filled with actual substance. They're talking about actual substantive issues. Like, I just feel like when I look at American politics, like, there's so much fakeness and phoniness to it all. It's just, the Democrats are not proposing anything. They're just running on the party of, hey, let's be like Obama and not Trump. They're not proposing anything. Trump is just an American fascist who is, like, proposing all these ridiculous things and ruthlessly attacking anyone who doesn't agree with him, calling them un-American. Like, he's terrible. Joe Biden is also terrible. He's one of the most terrible candidates you could possibly ran, to be honest. But, like, this is the guy you say is unelectable. This guy who actually cares about these substantive issues. Like, look at this. Dear Michael, Donald Trump is a pathological liar. According to documented reports, he has told more than 20,000 lies and distortions since he has been president. This is obviously deeply disturbing behavior for anyone who's president of the United States. But what is even more disturbing is that Trump is now using his lies and misinformation to sow confusion and chaos in the election process and undermine American democracy. In other words, he does not intend to accept the results of the election if he loses and leave office voluntarily. This is not just a constitutional crisis. This is a threat to everything our country stands for. In order to be effective in combating Trump's attempt to sabotage the November election, it is important that you and everyone you know recognize the warning signs as to what he and his Republican allies are doing. For months now, Trump has been signaling that he may not accept the outcome of the November election if he loses. In a July interview with Chris Wallace on Fox News, Trump was asked a simple question. Would he give a direct answer that you would accept the election? Trump refused. He said, I have to see. No, I'm not just going to say yes. I'm going to say no, and I didn't last time either. I want you to know the concerns that I am bringing you today are not just shared by progressives. Miles Taylor, a lifelong Republican who had previously served as chief of staff inside the Trump administration Department of Homeland Security, warned that there is nothing that Trump will not do or say to defeat Biden. Put nothing past Trump, Taylor told the Associated Press. He will do anything to win, even if that means climbing over other people, over his own people, or climbing over the U.S. law. He will do it. People have a right to be concerned. Well, I agree with Mr. Taylor. I am concerned. I am very concerned. But it's not just me. There is a reason why a large number of Republicans have come out in opposition to Trump and in support of Biden. Also because Biden's kind of a moderate Republican, but let's just ignore that. Continue. Trust me, these people surely do not believe in our progressive agenda. Yeah, they don't. They don't even believe in Biden's more modest agenda, but they do believe in democracy, the Constitution, and the rule of law, and they understand that Trump does not. Over the past few weeks, Trump has repeatedly sought to cast doubt on the legitimacy of the coming election. At a time when he is behind in almost every single national poll and in battleground states, Trump recently stated, the only way they can take this election from us is if this is a rigged election. Think about what that means. What he is saying is that if he wins the election, that's great, but if he loses, it's rigged. And if it's rigged, then he is not leaving office. Heads I win, tails you lose. And then, telling us that the election is going to be rigged, he urges his supporters in North Carolina to commit voter fraud by voting twice, a felony. Trump is not only trying to create chaos and delegitimize the election process, he and the Republican Party are now spending tens of millions of dollars in the courts to make it harder for people to vote. They're attempting to defund and destroy the U.S. Postal Service so that people will not be able to cast mail-in ballots, and their allies in legislators like Pennsylvania's are refusing to pass legislation to ensure all legitimate votes are counted in a timely manner. So what do we do? Well, first and foremost, we must do everything to ensure Joe Biden wins by the largest possible margin on November 3rd. The better Joe Biden does, the harder it is for President Trump to overturn the election. But now we have to consider a scenario that's unprecedented in American history. What if, after the voting is completed, Trump refuses to abide by the results and does everything he can to hold on to power? This is scary stuff, and I can hardly believe I have to write to you about President Trump's threat to our constitutionally enshrined system of their peaceful return to power. Peaceful transition of power. But sadly, that is the situation we are in. And what we must do in response is demand that our government and media institutions prepare our nations for what happens on the night of November 3rd and beyond. First, with the pandemic and massive increase in mail-in voting, state legislators will take immediate action to allow votes to be counted before Election Day as they come in. We recently had an election in Vermont where, with mail-in ballots constituting 70% of the total votes, ballots were counted for days before Election Day, and it ran very smoothly. Florida is expected to begin counting ballots days before the election for the same reason. In fact, 32 states allow for the counting or processing of absentee ballots, verifying signatures, for example, before the election day. The intent behind these laws is clear: to help ensure a reliable and dependent election process and timely reporting of the results. What we must avoid is a situation where battleground states like Pennsylvania are counting on millions of votes for days and weeks after the election day. Right now, the Republican-controlled state legislature in Pennsylvania is blocking legislation that would remedy this problem. They know, and independent studies confirm, that the overwhelming majority of Republicans plan to vote in person on the election day. While a strong... By the way, this is really long, so I don't know if I'm going to continue reading it, but you notice what's going on in this email? He's making a substantive case for why we should vote for Joe Biden. That didn't happen in the messages I was getting for Joe Biden. He was just saying, hey, look at these people who support me. Vote for me, because I'm like President Obama, and I'm not Trump. Bernie Sanders is someone who means everything he says, and nearly everything he says is right. The only thing I might disagree on this email is that he was talking about how social media companies have to deal with the right-wing extremists that are harassing people online, and I don't know if I would go that far. I mean, I believe in freedom of speech, and I don't think conservative viewpoints should be unnecessarily censored online. But I do agree that that's a major problem. But I just wouldn't handle it in the way of like censorship. But like everything Bernie Sanders says, it's genuine, it's substantive, it's actually caring about the issues. Like,
Michael,
hold
you
on.
have to pause it and come up here. You need to help bring in the groceries because they're melting.
Okay, can you
And I
hold
need to
on?
get my
Can you
laundry.
hold on just a few more minutes, please?
Michael,
Okay, hold on, please. Just let me finish.
you have 2 minutes.
Okay. Man, I hate live videos because this house is not my own. Anyway. But that's really the summary of everything I'm trying to get, you know, laid out in this video. You know, Bernie Sanders is someone who actually cares about the substantive issues. He makes arguments for why certain issues should be cared about. It's not all about him. It's about the country. It's about supporting a progressive agenda, and he's making a much better case, a 1 million times better case than Biden is making for himself. Like, I mean, oh my gosh, we could have had him. We could have had this president, but now we're stuck with either, you know, old overweight buffoon who shows clear signs of very low intelligence and this dementia-addled old fool. Like, I'm not saying Bernie wasn't like perfect health. Obviously, he's old. Like, but it's not as if Biden and Trump are in great health either. And you know, Bernie is someone who actually cares about the substantive issues. And that's so obvious by the things he says. But, oh my gosh. Anyway, there are a few reasons. Honestly, I am going to vote for Biden over Trump, and there's a few reasons why that is. It's because I think, you know, Trump's obviously an authoritarian. He's against free speech. He deployed the military and peaceful protesters to do a viable photo op. I mean, that's another reason also. I don't think Trump is a religious in any way, but he constantly panders to the religious right in America. He just keeps gaining more, they just keep gaining more influence under him, and I don't want America to become a theocracy. We can't let that happen. The courts are also very important. We can't let our country regress backwards in terms of social issues. We can't let more conservative judges be put on the Supreme Court. Climate change is something Biden is much better on. Trump's a freaking climate change denier, for God's sakes. For Satan's sakes, I guess. He's more progressive tax plan than Trump. He's really not proposing nearly enough to actually reform the country. He's basically a moderate Republican. But I mean, you know, I'll take a moderate Republican over a crazy far-right person anyway, so that's why I'm voting for Biden. But it is just so disappointing, because we could have had Bernie Sanders, but anyway, that's my video. But anyway, that's all. I'm out. This has been the Skeptical Skeptic. Always remember, be compassionate, be understanding, but most importantly, never stop questioning. Bye!